We are at a crossroad. Floods, wildfires, record-breaking heat. Climate change isn't waiting. But can technology actually save us? Today I'll introduce you to 4 breakthrough climate tech innovations that are already rewriting the rules. AI-driven energy grids that slash waste, IoT sensors that read our planet's pulse, blockchain systems forcing cleaner supply chains, and smart buildings that cut emissions while saving money. No jargon, no hype. Just clear explanations, real-world examples, and the truth of how each one works, why it matters, and what could it mean for our future. Ready to see how tech can fight back? Let's dive in. But before we dive into the solutions, let's face the hard truth. Our systems are leaking energy and accountability everywhere. First, energy waste. Around the world, huge amounts of clean energy are lost, simply because our grids aren't smart enough to handle it all. When the sun shines or the wind blows at the wrong time, a lot of that power goes unused. Second, hidden pollutions. Many emissions fly under the radar. Without continuous monitoring, industries dump pollutants that choke our systems and damage our ecosystems, often without us even knowing. Third, shady supply chains. From illegal logging to conflict minerals, lack of transparency fuels, deforestation and exploitations. When you buy a product, you shouldn't have to guess if it's harming the planet or people. This is why climate tech matters. So, how do we make clean energy reliable when the sun isn't shining or the wind isn't blowing? That's one of the biggest challenges facing the green transition. Well, let's break it down. Imagine this. It's a sunny afternoon in Spain. Solar panels are working overtime, but people aren't home using the energy. The power grid can't store or shift it fast enough, so all that clean energy, it just goes to waste. Now, shift to the evening. Everyone gets home, turns on the lights, cooks dinner, but now the sun is gone. Demand spikes and fossil fuels kick in to cover the gap. This mismatch between when we have clean energy and when we need it is a massive problem. And it's happening everywhere, from California to Germany. This is where artificial intelligence comes in. AI can help predict energy demand and optimize how we are moving electricity across the grid in real time. It's like giving the entire system a brain and teaching it to think ahead. Take Google for example. They trained an AI to manage the cooling in their data centers, one of the most energy-intensive parts of their industry. The result? Nearly 40% less energy used. That same approach is now being tested to manage entire power grids. And cities like Singapore are already experimenting with AI-controlled microgrids that adjust to local needs in real time, balancing solar and battery storage minute by minute. The payoff? Smarter grids mean we waste less energy, so we can rely less on fossil fuels and speed up the process to 100% renewable energy. It's not just about having clean power, it's about using it better. And AI is turning out to be one of the most powerful tools in making that shift possible. We can't fix what we can't see. And when it comes to pollution, most of it is invisible, literally. That's where sensors are quietly changing everything. Across cities like London, Nairobi and New Delhi, thousands of smart sensors are being installed to monitor air quality, temperature and even rainfall. They're like a real-time nervous system for our cities. In Paris, a network of over 100 sensors tracks pollution block by block, helping city officials predict dangerous smog levels and guide traffic to cleaner routes. In the Netherlands, flood-prone regions are using water level sensors to monitor dikes and riverbanks. If water rises past a certain threshold, alarms go out automatically, sometimes even triggering pumps or barriers. And in South Korea, noise and vibration sensors near construction sites are protecting residents and even wildlife. Real-time alerts help reduce health risks, especially for vulnerable groups like kids or the elderly. These sensors work 24/7, collecting hyperlocal data and sending it straight to the AI platforms, public dashboards, or even citizen apps. The result? Faster decisions, smarter cities, better outcomes. It's tech turning invisible threats into clear, visible action. And it's not just officials benefiting from this data. Citizens can use it to help plan their day, whether it's avoiding a high-pollution road to school or work, or knowing when not to jog outside. It empowers communities with facts, not guesses. When you know what's happening around you, you can protect your health, your family, and even your city. And that's the real promise of sensor tech. It makes the invisible visible and the complex actionable. But climate tech isn't just making cities smarter, it's exposing the global systems behind what we buy. Up next, how blockchain is bringing the truth and trust back to the supply chain. Ever wondered if your eco shirt is really sustainable? Or if your coffee beans came without deforestation? Most supply chains are black boxes, and that's a real problem. Blockchain is the solution to all of this. In simple terms, blockchain is a digital ledger, a record book, where every step in a project's journey is written down and securely stored. Once something's recorded, it's nearly impossible to change. So you can track exactly where your product came from and how it was made, with total transparency. Let's take chocolate. The Ivory Coast supplies around 40% of the world's cacao. But for years, child labor and illegal deforestation have plagued the industry. Now companies like Tony's Chocolonely use blockchain to trace each cacao bean back to the exact farm where it was grown. This helps eliminate unethical practices and gives you a guarantee of sustainability. And it's not just about chocolate. Blockchain makes sure that companies can't fake their claims. You can see where everything came from and how it was produced, with no middleman, no confusion, and no room for greenwashing. For you, it means trust. You can scan a code and see a project's journey. No guesswork, no greenwashing. And for the planet, it means pressure. When supply chains are transparent, companies are being held accountable for their promises. This isn't just tech, it's truth built into a system. Now while AI, sensors and blockchain are revolutionizing energy systems, pollution tracking and transparency, we can't forget the buildings we live in. They're often overlooked, but they use up 40% of global energy. Imagine if those spaces could work smarter, not harder. Let's explore how smart building systems are already cutting waste and helping the planet. Think about it, how many times have you walked into an office only to find the lights on in rooms no one is using, or left the thermostat running when you weren't even home? This kind of energy waste is common in homes and businesses around the world. Now imagine a world where your office, your home, your school could automatically adjust to your needs, saving energy without you even having to think about it. That's exactly what smart building systems do. For example, smart thermostats like the Nest don't just heat or cool your spaces based on a schedule, but they also learn your preferences and adjust in real time. So you're never wasting energy heating an empty room. But it's not just about thermostats. Smart sensors can detect if a room is empty and automatically turn off the lights, or adjust the air conditioning, ensuring energy is only used when it needs to. In fact, these systems can cut energy uses back by 30% or more, helping buildings operate more efficiently, saving money on utility bills, and reducing emissions. So whether you're a homeowner, a renter, or a business owner, this is something you could use, and it could make a real difference, not just for your wallet, but also for the environment. Now that we have seen how these innovative technologies are reshaping our world, it's clear. Climate tech is no longer just a concept. It's a rapidly growing movement, from AI balancing power grids to blockchain creating transparency in supply chains. These solutions are already starting to make a difference. The real potential of these technologies lay in their ability to scale, transforming not only small pockets of progress, but entire industries. While we are already seeing cities like Singapore and companies like Tony's Chocolonis lead the way with smart solutions, the future holds even bigger opportunities. Imagine a world where our home and offices were smarter, using our energy more efficiently with the help of AI and sensors. Picture a world where blockchain ensures every product we buy has a transparent journey from farm to store, cutting down on greenwashing and deforestation. These aren't just possibilities, they are becoming our new reality. As we move forward, we can expect to see these technologies continue to grow and evolve. And with this growth, the opportunity for a more sustainable future only grows. But scaling up will require continuous investment, innovation and collaboration. We are just scratching the surface of what is possible. And every step forward, no matter how small, brings us closer to a future where technology is actively shaping a healthier planet. If you want to dive deeper into the science behind climate change and adaptation, check out my playlist Climate Change and Adaptation 101, The Essentials. And remember, together we can engineer a sustainable tomorrow. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video.